When's the last time you had a massage? And do you view it as a luxury, a necessity, or part of your self-care program? We are about to talk about that tonight on the Goddess Power Show. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and I interview trailblazing women who help us all boss up to live bigger, better, and bolder when they share their wisdom. And tonight, we get to meet Cinthya Bonilla. She is a massage therapist who has an amazing story about being an entrepreneur from a very early age, making some courageous shifts in her life. And she's here to tell you why it's so important to add massage and all the things that she does to your self-care program. So welcome, Cinthya.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you for this great opportunity. Happy and blessed to be with you and your audience today.
Thank you. You embody the whole Goddess Power Show mission because you're all about self-care, empowerment, entrepreneurialism, and just doing positive things in the world that help other people, including women. So, Cinthya, can you start by sharing your amazing story that began in Costa Rica when you were a little girl and you became an entrepreneur at a very young age?
Well, I was born and raised in Costa Rica, and my family has been in the coffee business for many, many years, many generations. So for summer, we used to go to the coffee plantations, and we just go there as a summer trip, but actually we get paid when we collected the coffee beans. So it was great because it was my first opportunity to earn my own money. So I could buy my own candy. So that was like the best thing ever. So little by little, I got encouraged to be independent and value, hard work and, the beautiful feeling of, having your own money.
Mm-hmm. How old were you?
I was about 7 years old when we started
Wow.
that. And again, it was just like a fun trip that we used to go over my grandparents to be with the cousins.
Uh-huh.
But it was also a life lesson to start working
Mm-hmm.
at a young age and really learn the value of money.
Oh my gosh, I love that story. So then you went on to college and you embarked on a career in a stock brokerage house. Can you take us through that evolution, please?
Well, certainly. Well, when I was 17, I started my own business. My dad gave me the opportunity to get a car, and I started selling flowers wholesale.
Oh, wow.
So that's how I started a wholesale flowers business. Got that put me through college.
Mm-hmm.
So I was an 18-year-old, earning my own money, more than the regular students do.
Mm-hmm.
And when I finished college, I said, well, I want to change my careers. I went for business, and I said, well, there might be something else. So I sold my flower business, and I worked in a stock brokerage house, which I used to sell mutual funds. And I had a very successful career. And but my heart wasn't totally there. Even
Mm-hmm.
though the money was great, the status was great, but my heart wasn't there. So interesting enough, one day I woke up, 6:30 in the morning, and I couldn't move. My body just couldn't move. And I was like, what is this? And once my kind of like I relaxed and everything, I cried my whole way to work because I hated it. It
Oh.
just was one of those things that, it didn't matter how successful I was, I wasn't happy with it.
Uh-huh.
So that's when I decided that I needed to take some time to do something different for my life.
Mm-hmm. Wow, it was literally paralyzing you because you were so unhappy. That's fascinating. And your
And I
body
was
was,
I was very stressed.
uh-huh. But isn't it interesting that the work you ultimately got into is all about the body and your body was just saying, no more.
That's right. No more.
Wow. Okay. So then what happened?
Well, so then I took a leap of faith and I got a scholarship to come to the States.
Mm-hmm.
And all my friends were telling me, you are absolutely crazy. You have a wonderful career and you're just going to go and be a student again. And I said, yes, I'm going to just see what is there for me. So 20 years ago, I decided to come to the States. I actually went to Montclair State University and I enrolled in the hospitality program over there. And it was a great
Where is that?
opportunity.
Where's that?
In New Jersey.
Okay. Oh,
And
Montclair, New Jersey. Okay.
Montclair, New Jersey.
Okay.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
And that was a great opportunity. And again, I decided to, explore the corporate world again. And I just realized that I had a good time, but that wasn't for me.
Okay. I love that you're so real with yourself. It's awesome. So then what happened?
Well, I stayed in the hospitality business for about 10 years. And then when I turned 30, the Acne Fairy came to my birthday party.
The Acne Fairy. Oh,
the
no.
Acne Fairy, and gave me the worst adult acne I ever had. I mean, not even when I was a teenager. And that was the moment of truth when I said, what is going on? And I went to the doctors and they were prescribing me the typical, protocols of antibiotics and other kind of medications, but that didn't work for me. So I decided to enroll into aesthetic school because I wanted to understand how the skin works. And I wanted to find deeper answers in what was going on with my body. And that was the beginning of my journey in the wellness and the body, mind, and spirit connection.
That's fascinating because, again, your body was speaking to you and saying that you're on the wrong path in a dramatic manner, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I was trying everything that the typical medicine will, indicate, and it wasn't working for me. Wow. So I went and explored alternative medicines, and that's when I really got a better answer and understanding of what was going on with my body.
Okay, so you started studying that, and then how did your work evolve? Because you were still in the hospitality. Did you shift and start your new company, or how did that evolve?
No, so I was working in the Florida Keys and in one of the resorts over there. And I enrolled myself into the cosmetology program while I was still working. And when I graduated from cosmetology school, I said, okay, let's see what else is in there. And I started to look for options for, spas or other wellness center. And I got the opportunity to come to Sarasota. And it was just one of those things that it was divine intervention that I was brought from the Keys to Sarasota, Florida. And I just decided to enroll in massage therapy school.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's fascinating. Okay. So then what happened after that?
So I did my training in massage therapy and I just got fascinated. I mean, when you go to school and study aesthetics, you really get to understand that, the skin is the largest organ of the body, and there's a lot of factors that affect your skin, environmental, your diet, your hormones. There's a lot of elements. But then when you start massage therapy and you start looking into the anatomy and physiology, it's fascinating. Your body is so perfect. It's such an incredible machine that I got into a fascination. I got in love with what I was learning. And I still work in a couple of local spas, but about 7 years ago, I decided to get another leap of faith and I opened my own business.
Wow. What's it called?
It is called Cinthya Skin and Body Care.
Oh, I love it. I love how your own personal story inspired this. That is so powerful. So tell us about it. What does it look like? Where is it? What services do you provide?
Well, it's located on Sarasota. And it's a beautiful studio. I mean,
Mhm.
when I have worked really, really hard to make it a sanctuary. So the
Ooh.
moment that you come in, you can definitely relax and that you feel that you belong there, that you're there to heal and love on you. And
Hmm.
that I'm there just to facilitate that amazing progress of, wellness and health.
Mhm.
So I do skincare treatments, many different kind of facials, and most of them are holistic based. I like to see what people are eating, what is their lifestyle, so that way I can tailor those treatments, in something that is more sustainable.
Mhm.
And they get wonderful results.
Well, your skin is so gorgeous, clear, radiant. What did you discover through your own studies to improve your skin?
Well, throughout my whole journey in trying to clear out the acne that I had when I was, in my 30s, diet is a big key element of the health of your skin. I mean, what you eat is what it really shows on your skin.
Mhm.
So if you eat a lot of processed food, you might get a lot of stuff, that
Mhm.
shows right on your cheeks or on your forehead.
Mhm.
The amount of water that you take, it also will reflect on, on your skin. The levels of stress, if you're a really stressed out person, your skin is going to dry out.
Mm.
So I have find many, many interesting keys that tells me, okay, this person might need a little tweak in this area or in the
Mhm.
other area. And
Mhm.
the same thing happens with massage therapy.
Oh,
I
how?
mean, well, because massage therapy is an incredible therapy to get you attuned with your body. So once you start getting massages, you listen, your body talks to you.
Ooh.
It's amazing because once you start listening those subtle voices, you say, "Oh, maybe I shouldn't do this." My shoulder is kind of like talking to me, and you
Mhm.
want to listen to the whispers. You don't want to wait until your shoulder is like screaming at you.
I love the way you say that. The whispers. Okay, so can you talk about how, massage to some people seems like a luxury. So can you talk about how important it is to add to a self-care regimen?
Absolutely. Especially in the days that we live, that we are in the go, 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 go. I would say the most important thing that I could say to the audience is like, make yourself a priority.
Mm.
If you do that, then you won't feel guilty. You will feel that you're doing a service to your body. So once you realize that, okay, you say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get a massage, then you're realizing that you're making an investment. It's an investment on yourself, and it's an extension of your health insurance.
Ooh, wow. Can
I'm
you talk more about that? Wow.
Absolutely, because it's all about prevention. If all of us will dedicate more time to prevention, is first of all less expensive than correcting any issues, is less invasive, is less traumatizing for the body and for the mind. So when you start getting attuned to your body and you're starting to listen to those subtle voices, then you say, my stomach is feeling funny today, or my
Mhm.
knee. So then you can address those issues before they become like bigger and problematic into your body. And
Mhm.
massage therapy is great to help you facilitate that information between you and your body.
Oh, I love it. I love it. So how often should someone get a massage?
Well, I would say, for maintenance, you would like to do it at least once a month.
Okay.
But if you're working, I mean, something that we got to remember, there are so many benefits of massage therapy. You know, massage therapy helps you to improve your sleep. It helps regulate your blood pressure, your levels of stress. You know, it helps you to work in the detoxifying your body. So there are many, many different benefits. So, for example, if you have a specific condition that you want to address, you want to, you know, come more often, and once that gets under control, then you come for maintenance. But
So
I mean, it all depends. But let's say, you know, in the regular basis, I would say once a month is a good number.
So you have massages that are addressing specific things like high blood pressure, stress, and other ailments?
Well, overall, when you get a massage, you get those benefits.
Oh,
There are
okay.
many different modalities. For example, if you're doing a deep tissue massage, you know, that's typically implies a little more pressure. So if you have an injury, you know, like, and it needs to be worked, let's say on your shoulder. So we're going to concentrate in that part mostly because, you know, that's what is bothering you. So the work is a little more specific, you know, so you get deep work with a little bit of neuromuscular techniques. So that's going to help with the injury that you have. Or for example, if you are an athlete, we're going to work on doing more of a sport type massage. So everything is tailored according what's going on with your body when you come for your session. So that's the great thing about massage. It's never boring because your body is never the same. So every time you come, you bring new goodies that I get to work.
I love it. Do you get massages?
I actually do. You know, because I do this work, I need to be on a more strict regimen in order to maintain my body. Remember, massage therapy is not fluff and buff. Depending on what you do, it is very demanding of your physical body and also emotionally. You know, it's like we are in this transferring of energy, you know, not only from the workout that we do, but it's energetically, you know, it's this conversation between your client that is on the table and the therapist. So I try to do my massages at least every 3 weeks. Depending on the load of work, I might go every 2 weeks.
So can you talk, you said, you know, I don't know that we stopped to think about how taxing it might be on the massage therapist, him or herself. Your hands are being, you know, worked, right? You're putting your muscle into it. What is that like?
Well, you know, it's pretty physical, you know, and again, it all depends on the frame of the client that you're working. You know, like somebody that is bigger and more muscular will need more pressure than somebody that is petite.
Wow.
So, you know, you have to work on your body mechanics. You got to work on your intention. I mean, emotionally, the massage therapy also needs to be in the right place to provide the right therapy for the client. So, you know, remember, we're doing the same repetitive motion over and over. So our joints get taxed. You know, we are on our feet for many hours during the day. So this is not a job that you do 40 hours a week. You know, it's because it's really intense. And if you really want to deliver a great quality of massage, I would say, I mean, 4 to 5 clients a day is kind of like the tops, unless we're really super strong.
That sounds like a lot. So is there a limited lifespan of the career of a massage therapist, like a dancer or an athlete?
Well, the statistics say that the average life of a massage therapist is about 5 years. If you don't pace yourself, you have to be very mindful of that. So, you know, and also not all massage therapists are business people. So, you know, there's a lot to do when it comes to the business of massage, because it's not just like, you know, doing the work. You have to, you know, do the administrative work, the marketing. I mean, there's a lot of different components that come into place.
And Cinthya, you are always learning and growing and evolving. So what's next?
Well, I'm very, very, very excited about this new move that I am about to make. So interesting enough, in how there are blessings in the middle of the storms. Last year, due to the time that we had, to reflect, I would like to call the lockdown, the time that we granted ourselves to reflect and pause.
Yes.
I got to think, okay, what am I going to do for my business to, make it in an industry that, is one-on-one. So I got to start thinking, and I got reminded of this wonderful technique that is called the emotional freedom technique, or more commonly known as tapping. And it's an alternative technique for pain relief and emotional distress. And I am full force learning all about it because I want to incorporate that in my practice. It's something, yes.
Wow. So Cinthya, I know what tapping is. I know that it works and it's amazing. And when you have a guide who's leading you, a professional who's leading you, it's like transformative in the moment. It's magic. But for those who are unfamiliar with tapping or EFT, can you explain what it is and maybe even do a demonstration?
Absolutely. Well, tapping, or the emotional freedom technique, is based on the acupressure points that we have on our body, the meridians in Chinese medicine. So what it does is, like, when we press on them, the body gets this connection of energy, and it helps you to release either the level of pain or reduces the intensity of the emotion that you're having at the moment. So, for example, let's say you're coming with a neck pain. So we do a round of tapping. So we do this kind of sequence, right? So, and we will basically level when you started and when you finish. And most of the time, I would say people have a decrease in the level of pain. So then it gets even more interesting, because a lot of the pain that we get in our body is triggered by an emotion. I mean, in all the years that I've been practicing, I know that people have a lot of emotional distress that has manifested in pain in their physical body. So when you have a tool that allows you not only to release the physical pain, but also opens the door to let you know, okay, maybe you want to look into this, so you can free yourself.
Right.
Is it grief? Is it shame? Is it, sadness? Whatever the case might be. And if you get the opportunity to explore that and take care of it, I mean, you not only solve the physical pain again, but you take a big load off your shoulders. So you're brighter, you're happier, you just get to enjoy the life that you are meant to have in this time.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So Cinthya, massage is in person, one-on-one. Is your tapping service going to be available, or is it available yet virtually for people anywhere?
Yes, actually, I am looking to do both. I'm looking to do the tapping online, for the people that are not in the area. But for whoever is local, we can do both. We can do the tapping in person and then jump right on the table and, get that massage and get that area that is really bugging you worked on, so you can experience, like, okay, this really works.
Wow.
This is proven magic. It has a lot of scientific, research. But for the people that are skeptical, it's a great opportunity to try it and say, okay, this really, really works.
And when you're tapping someone, leading someone through tapping to relieve physical pain in the neck, for example, do you do the talk through Just like if it's an emotional pain problem?
Well, usually what we do is we first address the physical pain, okay?
Uh-huh.
So, we go and talk about just the pain, like pain in the neck. And typically when we finish that round of tapping, I ask them, is anything coming to your mind? And you will be surprised when people say, well, I have this feeling, or this came to mind. And that's where the Pandora box start opening. Because sometimes people would say, I never thought about this, but that brought me to a memory of my childhood. And when we have trauma, it's like a compartment that gets stored in our bodies. And because again, our body is so perfect and is meant to protect us, we put it in the back of our brain, but it's there. So if something triggers it, we get that opportunity to explore and find out what it is and to heal it. If you're up to it and willing to really explore what it is, you have an amazing opportunity to really heal yourself.
Oh, I love that so much. When will you start offering tapping, Cinthya?
Well, I'm going to be starting that in September.
Oh, okay. That's right around the corner.
Yes, it's coming. I'm finishing up a little bit the protocols, but yes, I am ready to go. Very excited to really share this wonderful therapy with, everybody that would like to try an alternative way of, pain relief and emotional distress.
I love it. So where can people get in touch with you?
Okay, well, again, my office is in Sarasota, and then my Facebook page is Cinthya Skin and Body Care, and I can be reached also by phone and by email. So,
Okay.
if you go onto my Google page, which is Cinthya Skin and Body Care, you can find all that information.
Good. Excellent. I'll put the links in the description box so anybody who wants to partake of your services can connect with you and get their massage or start tapping and learn the other things that you do. That's phenomenal.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, what's your advice, Cinthya? You've done some major shifts in your career. What's your advice to anybody out there who's watching and wants to shift from one career to the next, or try something totally new, or move to another country and be a student? So, what's your advice?
Well, the first sign is listen to your body. When your body, in my case, my body was screaming at me. Like if I couldn't move that morning, I mean, literally, it was the clearest message that I needed to do a change. I needed to make a change. And the other thing that I would say to people, if you're happy, you can take on the world. The opportunities will open. You have to take, that leap of faith, and you have to leave the fear behind, because you're going to be guided to what is your highest and best. And just go for it. People will say to me, you were crazy, you had an established career, but I wasn't happy, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
So just go for it. Take that leap of faith. And, once you're happy, you're more motivated. You are able to, do more things that you were not even thinking that you could. So that leap of faith is so important. Believe in yourself. You can do it.
I love it, Cinthya. You are such a tremendous inspiration. Thank you for joining me here tonight on the Goddess Power Show.
Well, it's been my honor and my pleasure. Thank you, Elizabeth.
You're so welcome. I wish you the absolute best success in all that you do.
Well, I appreciate it and I allow it. Thank you so much.
Oh, good. Excellent. Excellent. You're welcome. My honor. And thank you, all of you, for joining us here on the Goddess Power Show tonight. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins, and you just got to meet Cinthya Bonilla. She is an entrepreneur since she was 7 years old, and she's now a massage therapist with her own studio salon where she offers these wonderful opportunities for you to heal your mind, body, and spirit through massage, and very soon, tapping. So please do visit her Facebook page and learn more, and I'll have it in the description box here. And so also give us a thumbs up for watching the video. If you found value in it, please subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter, and remember, boss up, goddess. You have the power.